So, what is going on, people? Here we are. I'm doing another video because I have another pair of shoes that came in. That's generally the only time I do videos. I know some people do the ones where they talk about upcoming releases and, like, are you going to get this? Are you not going to get this? Like, what are your thoughts on this and that? The unboxing, the reviewing, the talking about the things, follow-up reviews, that's usually all I do. I guess I just haven't thought about the other stuff. Anyways, before I get into today's thing, I finished a run not too long ago. Went with these, the Vapor Max 2.0s, Flyknits in the Volt colorway. And I was running, I'm thinking, because, what else are you going to do when you run, right? My mind just wanders. And I was thinking about how they used to do the yearly Air Max releases, which, the more familiar sole, not the Vapor Max style. They did a pair in 2017, put that picture up over here somewhere. And that was the same year they started making the Vapor Maxes. And I guess maybe these have just completely replaced that. I just realized that today, that I haven't seen, didn't see a 2018 Air Max unless I just completely missed it, which I don't think is likely. So it seems like maybe the yearly Air Max thing is just kind of gone now, and they're just going to stick with the ones and the pluses and the 95s and the deluxes and that, all the legacy series, if you will. So I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'm leaning towards not liking it. Today I happen to get a box in the mail, which is kind of convenient in a sort of way, because it happens to be my birthday today, so it's kind of like a little birthday present, even though it's something I ordered for myself, not because it was my birthday, and it was actually late, kind of, so it's really just late and just happens to get here at a good time. So let's get into that, shall we? So here we have this box. You can see on the side it's like some kind of air with FedEx or something. I don't know. I was talking to the guy that works at the post office, because they know me for getting boxes of shoes every couple days. He's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is how that works. This is why you ran into an issue, maybe. Gave me a little bit of insight. Nothing worth passing on, just minor conversations while we were walking around. And anyway, so this particular shoe, right? It's, you probably could, from the tape there, just notice this box on the side. I usually look at the camera and at the shoes. This is an empty box. See, that's why it's so light. But if you happen to be one of the people that watch these videos and follows my personal Instagram account over at Coffee Cake Ice Cream, then you probably recognize that box from a short little video I did the other day, where the video was actually shot after I talked about what I was going to do. So, a little behind the scenes information for you. Anyways, this box right here, right? Adidas box. That's where that red and clear tape comes in. So I saw these. It's one of those releases that's somewhat newer. I saw the first release, kind of liked it. Was on the fence, but stayed on the fence too long. Missed my chance to get them. And then they sold out, and I was like, well, dang. Because sometimes that's when, immediately after something sells out, you kind of wish you had got it. But then some time passes, and that's when you know if you really care or not. So for me, it stuck around just enough, only because I really wanted to see what they were all about. So here we are. Got this Adidas box right here. Very plain box, so maybe that kind of leaves it open to guessing what's in here. So let's open this up. Hopefully it's what I want it to be. And there we go. Okay, this is not too bad. So this right here, this is the, get that out of the way, right there, this is the Nite Jogger, right? I forget what they call this colorway, because Adidas doesn't always have names for their shoes. I mean, there's the triple blacks, that always gets its own name, but it's just a black shoe. And the, what is it, sometimes you'll see a color, but that'll just be the color from the box, the color of the shoe will be the name. They don't get names like Deluxes or, Ant Pearl, but people still seem to like them. Anyways, so it's a little dusty for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. So this, to me, it kind of reminded me of the Aniki runners, as far as, or the 5923s, as far as the look goes, because it's got that you know, with like the boost sole, and then the kind of sloped down, like, I don't know, it's got like that retro sort of look, you know, like that older shoe sort of look. And that's what I thought of. These, I can see right now, unless it's just like the paper that's on the inside, seem to have a bit more structure to them. The 5923s were more flimsy, if you will. So, looking at these here, let's just get into this, going top to bottom, front to back, however I'm going to do this. So, starting off with the sole, right? It's a normal boost sole, and on the bottom, you can kind of tell there's a little bit of a mix there. I don't know if this is anything other than aesthetics here, like the different looks, but I like it. It's somewhat clearish looking on the main part of this, which is kind of a nice touch. And then you got some kind of like tannish color and a grayish color down here, and then this has also got that sort of a translucent look. There's like this color right here, you can kind of see under there just a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of showing up. So that's a nice little touch. We'll see what it really does for the shoe, if anything. And moving on up across the front here, you got something that feels a little bit like a suede sort of feel. So it feels nice though. It feels like it's pretty good quality. So that's kind of cool. Then you've got this mesh part that's going on right here, and that's just a weird feel to me. I don't know what that's all about, but it doesn't feel bad. It just feels different, I guess. Then across over here, you got something that feels like a fakeish leather, but not bad though. And then this feels like the mesh that is on the, what do you call it? The VaporMax Utilities. What kind of gives it that, not quite waterproof, but water resistant feature. And that's also over here on the opposite side. And then moving towards the back, there's a little bit more of the suede there. And this, which I'm not sure what that is, but it's probably some sort of 3M thing. I'll have to take some pictures later and maybe just splice those in with this video. Because there are 3M hits on here. Just because, you know, it is a shoe made for jogging at night, hence the name Nite Jogger. So I'll have to do that later and see what comes of it. One thing that is a little weird to me, you can see through. I guess this is very, very clear here. Not a lot of fabric or anything blocking it, because this looks like you can see, you can get a lot of light in through there. So I'm gonna assume that there's gonna be a decent amount of breathability in these. But one thing that is a little weird, other than these shoes that have that they remind, are these shoelaces that almost remind me of the React Element 87s, just because they feel weird. I'm not a fan of it. I don't know what's going on with that. Anyways, this tongue here though, that is, you kind of look at that, like, see how it's got that sort of unfinished vibe going on, like they started making it and then they're like, you know what, we've done enough. It's 4:30. Let's all just go home. And then there's a little tab on the top. That's this is pretty nice. I do like that. This little suede tab at the top. Doesn't seem to do much of anything. And then there's some, I don't know what's going on under the Adidas. It almost looks like some sort of like Morse code type of thing. And I don't know Morse code, so I can't say what that is. But, you know, it's like the dots and the dashes. And that's generally what that's associated with. So it could just be the letters. Is it? No, because those two A's would have the same thing. So I don't know what that is. If anybody does know, feel free to let me know. So the one thing that I often wonder about when it comes to a new Adidas silhouette is the fit, because the fit of Adidas shoes is just weird. I mean, even between the same model and everything. So let's see this, because I'd heard that these fit a little big, a little loose or whatever, but I went with my normal size, which is a 9.5, because that's just how things tend to work out best for me. And given what I heard, and then like I said, I thought they looked like the 5923s, the Nike runners, and I know those do have a sort of a looser feel, but it's not bad. It's just looser, you know. So sometimes you just tighten up the laces a little bit. That kind of gives you the illusion of it fitting better. But it's still just as long or anything like that. So these though, slipping them on, to me, they fit like the Nike runners do. This feels exactly like that as far as the sizing goes. So I'm gonna say that whatever your normal Adidas size is, especially for the 5923s or the Nikes, go with that size on these guys because it seems to be feeling pretty good for me. So this is probably the one time this month that I'll have something on my foot that isn't an Air Max or Vapor Max. So that's something, I guess. Anyway, so I do like it though. The fit is fine. I feel like I probably could go down a half because it does seem like there's a little room in there, but until I really walk around in it, I won't know for sure. But if you have any Nikes, they fit pretty close, but still, because I mean, just like there is a little bit more room on the outer toes, like the little one and the whatever those other toes are called. But I don't know. It's a toss up. So I'm gonna say that they feel like the Nikes, and with those, I've noticed that if I do go down to a 9, while they still fit, it's not a preferred feel. So there's that. All right. So I don't really have a whole lot else to say about this shoe. I do like the look of it. I'm curious to see how the reflectivity is on here. I'm guessing that's part of what's in the laces, given the way they feel, because they feel and kind of look like those reflective 350 V2 laces, and that's probably what this is across the back here too. But overall, though, I like this. I do. This colorway, it doesn't really stand out to me. I mean, I'll be honest, it's nothing amazing. But I knew that I was going to want a pair of these, and sometimes you jump on something to see kind of how they fit, you know? And since this color was decent, I don't dislike it. It just wasn't like an I have to have it. That's part of the reason I got it, you know? And I am going to keep it. I know some people, they buy the shoes, they do the review, and then they send them back, or they take them back to the store or whatever. Everything that you've seen of me, like post a picture of, or post a video of, or talk about, even when I throw up pictures and stuff, probably not going to put pictures there, I'm just making the motion. But even when I put up pictures and stuff of like older things, it's generally like my shoe, because I have a pretty deep inventory right now. Should clear it up one day, but I think I'll just keep giving more space to the shoes and then less space for me, maybe? I don't know. What do you guys do? I'm kind of curious. Anyway, so yeah, this video's gone on for a bit. Here it is. I hate when I do that, because then I regret it later. This right here, the Nite Jogger in some sort of colorway. I really like it. I do. It's a cool vibe and everything, minus the weird parts of the tongue. The fit, kind of like the Nikes. I haven't worn a pair in a while because, you know, the Air Max month thing, and I just haven't worn any lately, I don't think. But there is a little extra room in there. Otherwise, overall, I like this. I also like the colored boost. This is my first pair of shoes that has a colored boost in it, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, at 140, I think they're worth trying out. You know, if you can go try them on before you buy them, always do that, unless you know exactly what you're getting into. But just because the fit of these may vary for some people, especially with like the narrow or the wide foot thing, try them on, man, or girl, whatever. It's 2019. Everybody's buying shoes. So that's it for me. Also, coming up in a couple days, Fastlane. So I'm kind of excited about that in some sort of way, only because I like watching wrestling, which is why I wear shirts like this. It's a Throwback Thursday today, so thinking about back when New Day used to be all about these bootios. Never got a box. I always wanted to. I would see them at FYE, and I'd think, oh, I should get some of those, even though it's $20 for a box of cereal that I won't eat. It says marshmallows in it, and I don't eat marshmallows. But I wanted it, you know? And I did. Apparently not enough to actually buy it, though. So, that's cool. But whatever. That's it for me. I don't think I have anything else to say about the Nite Joggers. So, you guys have a good night. Have a good day. Whatever time it is, wherever you are when you're watching this, go with whatever makes sense. So, I'll see you guys next time, which is hopefully going to be pretty soon, according to tracking numbers. All right. See you later.